Hi, hello everyone. In a series of Canadian passports, I have two passport application videos. The first video is about adult passport application, and the second video is about child passport application. So in today's video, I'm going to work with you on how to fill out an adult passport renewal application. Okay, so renewing a passport is simpler than applying for a new one because you don't need a guarantor, no need a guarantor, no need proof of Canadian citizenship, and no need of supporting identification. Please be noted that for children under 16 years old, there is no renewal application. So simply speaking, renewal applications is only for adults or the child or children over 16 years old. And now let's take a look at what it needs for the renewal application. So in a Google tab, you type how to renew Canadian passport and then you click in here. So in this page, it will give you an instructions of how to renew and who can renew the passport. And in here, you can click on find out if you can renew your passport. And here you can see you can only renew your passport if your last passport was an adult passport that was issued when you were 16 years old and within 15 years of the date that you apply for your renewal. And that passport, the previous one, was valid for 5 or 10 years. And of course, it needs to have the same name, same date of birth, and same place of birth as you want to have on your new passport. Because if you have a different name, for example, if you change your last name after marriage, then you cannot use the renewal application. Or if your name, your gender is different, then you will need to have a new passport application. All right. So if you are not sure, and then you can answer those following questions to find out if you can renew a passport. The first question is, were you 16 or older when you apply for your last passport? If you say yes, then answer the following question. But if you answer no, then it will show up with the message like only adult passports can be renewed. If you were under 16 when you last apply, then you have to apply for a new passport. Okay. So in this question, you need to answer yes or depend. Of course, it depends on situation. And the second question, do you still have your most recent passport or have the information that was on it? Of course, you need to say yes. When was it issued? Issued exactly 15 years ago or less than 15 years ago or more than 15 years ago, I would say like this. Was it valid for either 5 or 10 years? Say yes. Are you changing your name, sex, or gender identifier, date of birth, or place of birth on the new passport? Say no. And then here you go. Based on your answer, you can renew your passport. Click in here, in this one, and then it can bring you back to the first page, the previous page. Okay, let me zoom it out for you. And down here, you can see the forms, instructions, and fees. When do you need a passport? Because I'm not in an urgent situation, so I would click on the very normal, regular one. And how do you want to apply? If you want to apply in person, it means that you bring all that in passport applications and bring it to the Passport Canada, and then you submit in person. But by mail, and then you have to click in the province or territory that you are applying from. For example, I'm living in Ontario, so I click on the Ontario so that it can show me how to mail and where to mail the package. Was your most recent passport lost or stolen or damaged or none of the above? And then here you go. You can see the first one, complete the form. Second one, get all the required documents and passport photo. The third one, find two references and then submit your applications and fees and mail in here, either to that mailing address or courier address. And that's it. So for the purpose of today's videos, I'm going to click on the in-person And please be noted that it doesn't matter if you apply in person or by mail, the application form is the same. Okay, that is the same form. Okay, and here's the form I have to download. That is a form PPTC 054. Okay, and then we can open that, and then let's zoom it out, and then we can go together now. So guys, here is the adult renewal passport application that I fill out already, so that we can have a quick review on that to save our time. So this renewal form, it has 2 pages. The first one and the second one here needs to have your signature on that. Okay, and then after that it is all the instructions only, so you don't need to worry much about that because that is instructions. But the first page and the second page needs your signature. The first one is the personal information. You simply fill out all of that personal information in here. If you don't know about the date that you are going to travel, then you click on the unknown, your last name, first name, and last name of a parent at birth, the place, your place of birth, country of birth, and the date of birth in here, the gender and the eyes color and the height. Okay, and the current home address in here, the city, the province, and postal code. Of course, you need to be here in Canada. And the email address in here if you have, the phone number in here. All right, so that is the first part. So whenever you print it out and then you sign within the border inside in here, and then you date and the city and province in here. It's kind of the same with the new passport application. Okay, number 2, that is the most recent Canadian passport. You need to provide the passport Canada with the passport number, the previous one, and the date of issues and the date of expiry. So all you need to do is open your bio page, and then you fill out all those information in here. And you can click on the yes, please return it to me. If this box is not checked, the passport will not be returned and it will be securely destroyed. Okay. Number 3, the Canadian citizenship to be completed if you were born outside of Canada in between February 15, 1977 and April 16, 1981 inclusive. So you need to answer all of those questions if you were born outside of Canada in between those times. Okay. If not, then just leave it. Number 4, periods of validity. Choose one of the following periods of validity. So I would say 10 years is much convenient and economic. Okay. Number 5, the additional personal information. A, addresses in the last 2 years. If that is the same with the current home address, then you click on this. If not, then different, and then you have to write down all of the address that you live in the last 2 years. B, occupations in the last 2 years. Check all that apply. Number 1, I was employed like full-time or part-time, or I was in school full-time or part-time, or even like others. So in these situations, I just click on the unemployed and the address, my address, current address, the telephone number, and the field employment. I did not do anything. And then the date, because that is for 2 years, and then I just put it in like to make up 2 years. But if during that time in the last 2 years, if you work or attended any school, then that is a part you need to fill out. Okay. Number 6, references. You need to provide 2 persons who are not your relatives and are 18 years of age or over and who have known you for at least 2 years. So basically, you need to have 2 people who can do the reference for you. The first one, last name, first name, relationships to you. Normally it should be friends, and you cannot use family members. For example, mom, dad, brother, sister, half brother, half sister, stepmother, stepfather, something like that. It is no. Okay, so you'd better take a friends to be a reference. Number 2, another reference. like last name, given name, and the relationship to you, and their address in here, and telephone number. If they have email address, then put it down, and then how many years that they have known you, at least 2 years. Okay. And number 7, emergency contact information. That one is optional. So if you don't have anyone to contact in case of emergency, then just leave it there. So in here, that is a signature, and then date in here. Okay. So you will have 2 signatures. The first one is in the first page. When you print it out, you sign in here within the border. And the second one, the second signature needs from you, that is in here, the signature of applicant and the date in here. All right, so that's all for the passport renewal applications. Let's do the requirement checklist down here. The first one, both pages of the application form completed and signed here. Okay, and then 2 identical and unaltered passport photos taken within the last 6 months, and no signature is required on the photos. Okay, so you need to provide the 2 passport photos. And then the next one is Canadian passport issued to you, and the fee, because if you choose for the in-person, then all you need to do is bring the master visa card to the Passport Canada, and they will have the machine over there for you. 5 years is 120, and the 10-year validity is 160. Okay, so that's it for today, and I hope that when you apply for a renewal application, renewal passport application, you can get it very soon. Okay, good luck everyone. Thank you.